We are back looking at the AI Agent Store website today, doing our usual rounds to see what's dropped recently. And I have to say, GitNexus really made me pause.
It's definitely a standout tool. It builds itself right on the page as a zero-server code intelligence engine, which is a very high-tech way of saying it solves a very old, very painful problem.
Inheriting a massive code base and having absolutely no idea how it works.
Exactly.
The whole spaghetti code paralysis. You open the repo, stare at a list of files, and it feels like trying to navigate a new city by, well, just reading a phone book.
Right, and GitNexus flips that. Instead of making you read the phone book, it draws you a map.
Mm.
It parses the code into an interactive knowledge graph so you can actually see the layout.
The zero server part is what I found really surprising, though. Usually for this level of analysis, I assume I have to upload my repo to a cloud service. But this runs entirely in the browser.
It does. It takes a ZIP file or a GitHub repo and parses it locally. For anyone working on private IP or under strict NDAs, that is a massive feature. No code leaves your machine.
So once it parses this locally, we aren't just looking at an abstract syntax tree. It's visualizing dependencies.
And call chains.
Okay.
Right. Think of it like a subway map. Standard editors show you the stations, the files.
Right.
GitNexus shows you the tracks connecting them. You can trace exactly how function A triggers database call B.
Which brings up my absolute favorite term from the site, the blast radius.
It is a visceral term, isn't it? But highly accurate.
It effectively visualizes the anxiety of every developer. Like, if I touch this one utility function, what else blows up downstream?
Precisely. Usually you have to hold that blast radius in your head, which is impossible for large projects. GitNexus visualizes it. Before you even write a line of code, you can see the potential impact zone of your changes.
That visualization is great, but the real differentiator here is the AI component. They're using GraphRAB.
This is the key technical leap. Most developers are familiar with standard AG, retrieval augmented generation. It's how AI chats with your documents.
But standard RG is usually just fancy keyword searching. It treats code like plain text. If I search for user ID, it just finds that string.
Exactly. But GitNexus uses GraphR.
Mm-hmm.
Because it mapped the code structure first, the AI understands the topology. It knows user ID isn't just a word, it's a variable passed from the login controller to the billing service.
So when you ask it questions, it has structural context. It's the difference between asking a librarian who searches a database for keywords versus asking the architect who actually built the building.
That's the perfect analogy. However, we should be clear about what this agent is not. It's reactive, meaning it waits for your queries. It's not an autonomous coder that's going to write your app while you sleep.
Right. It's a compass, not a driver.
Exactly. It's designed for exploration, perfect for software developers and code reviewers who need to understand an unfamiliar code base quickly. And it's completely free and open source.
It really feels like we are moving from just reading code line by linear line to actually seeing the structure of the software.
It's a shift from text to topology. And honestly, once you start seeing your code as a graph, it's really hard to go back to just flat files.
If you want to see the shape of your own projects privately, right in your browser, you can find the link at aiagentstore.ai.
Definitely worth a look.
And if you enjoyed our conversation today, please take a second to rate the podcast. It really helps us out. Thanks for listening.